Sorry, I felt like I was gonna have to sneeze, and I wanted to sneeze before I started talking. So the good news is, um, today when I was at my dad's house, I decided to check the flower bed one more time for Annabelle's babies before I left for home, and we found them. Yes, them. I was looking. I was neck almost like maybe like 2 feet away from my dad's trellis for his climbing rose, and I thought I heard a kitten cry. There is a bird, I don't know what it's called, but it when it sings, it sounds like a kitten cry. I've heard it before and mistaken it for babies. So I wasn't sure if it was that bird or if I was actually hearing a kitten cry. I was hearing a kitten cry. I saw the paw, reached in, pulled it out. This kitten is maybe 1 to 2 weeks old. Eyes or are open, and it takes about 5 to 10 days for kittens' eyes to open. At the most, 14. So this kitten is anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks old. It is a calico. So I am going to say this: calicos 9 times out of 10 are going to be a female. Calico males are very rare. You don't usually see them. They can happen, but 9 times out of 10, if you see a calico, it is a female. Calico males are very rare. They're kind of like unicorns. You almost never see them. I know unicorns aren't real, guys. I use that example because my youngest niece loves unicorns. So when I talk to her about this stuff, I use the unicorn example for her. So, yeah. So we did find Annabelle's kittens. Yes, I put an S on it. I took the little baby girl inside to show my stepmom, and then I gave her to my brother so he could put her back outside where she belongs. We don't bring kittens in very often. It was a spur of the moment kind of thing. My dad wasn't home, and my stepmom is not doesn't rat me out. Thank goodness. But then I went to I gave the kitten to my brother to take outside. I said, the nest is right near the trellis, and I was in the laundry room just chatting with my stepmom before I left to go to the store, and my brother yells for me. He's like, "Carrie, get out here now, now, now!" I did not know what he was screaming about, so I came outside. I said, "I'm coming." And he's like, "There's more in here." I said, "Oh my gosh, there is. I didn't see them." And I was like, "What? How many?" He's like, "I think 3." I said, "All right, move, move, move so I can get in there." And I count heads. Guys, she has 6 babies. 6. That is counting the calico that my brother named Kelsey. He had a friend, Kelsey, who died a few years ago. So I let him name that one Kelsey. Guys, she has never had 6. And she's had 5 before, but never 6. And usually her first litter of the year is her highest number for the season. This year, her first litter was 3 boys. Now, we've lost Ryder. I'm sorry, Horatio. He's gone. And we also lost Riker. The one we have left is Raja. And then, so she only had 3. So we figured that was going to be her high number for this year because these are her first litter is her high number. this year she switched it. And instead of her first litter being her high number for the season, her first litter was her low number for the season, which was 3. She decided to do her high number with her second litter, which is 6 babies. We don't know how many males and how many females yet. I will say at this age, 1 to 2 weeks old, it is really hard to tell because their parts are so tiny. So we will be doing names on Friday. I will give you the tentative number of males and females on Friday's broadcast because during our recipe, obviously, during our recipe, because we're doing a recipe, as long as my ankle's feeling better because I'm still a little hurt. 165, hello. Matt, hello. Elva, hello. So she does have 6 babies, and like I said, the one that we know is a girl is the calico. Other than that, we really don't know. But like I said, at this age, it's going to be really hard to tell because their parts are so little because they're only 1 to 2 weeks old. So we will do tentative names, which means we'll name them what we would like them to be named if they are the gender we think they are. If when they get a little bit older, we realize they are not. Let's say we say, oh, this one's a female. If that one does not, now the calico, I'm pretty sure I'm solid gold on that one because, like I said, 9 times out of 10, a calico will be a female. You can have males, but females, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a female because males are so rare. So usually so let's say we say, oh, this one's a female. Maybe it is a female. Maybe it's not a female. We'll check in about probably the first or second week of August. We will check again when their parts will be a little bit bigger, and we can hopefully by then we can give you a definite number on males and females. But Friday I'll give you a tentative number, meaning maybe there's that many, maybe there isn't. Because their parts are so small, we're going to have a little bit of toughie genderizing these kittens. But hey, we found them. They're alive. They're healthy. No eye issues. I mean, the little female I had in my hands was actually hissing at my stepmother. So they're strong. They're feisty. So like I said, small parts, we'll try what we can. I do love calicos as well. 165. I do too. 165, could you change your font? I'm having a really hard time reading it. So yeah, we're gonna have that. But like I said, we say this one is a female. It might turn out to be a male just because their parts are so tiny. But we will give you a tentative. I will give you a tentative number and a tentative amount of boys and girls, and then hopefully the first or second week of August, I can give you a definite number of boys and girls. Yeah. So, whoop-de-doo. I'm excited. This might be our last litter of this year. Breeding season stops September, so we're getting there. So this will probably be our last litter for this year, and it's always sad when you know the breeding season is coming to a close, and you don't think any other cats are pregnant, so you think, this might be your last litter to name this year. But you look forward to watching them grow up. You really do. And I have 2 babies of my own. Coffee will be turning 1 very soon. His birthday is July 27th. So in about 6 days, he's going to have a birthday. We're very excited for that. And then Molly will be September 28th. Is when she's going to have her first birthday, and we're really excited for that too. I mean, am I going to be sad they're not going to be babies anymore? Yes, I am sad about that, but Molly is so hyper usually that she's definitely gonna be a kitten for a while. Um, the other day, I went upstairs to get something, and Willow was asleep under the couch, Coffee was on the floor asleep, and Azzy was on top of the bookcase asleep. And I went upstairs, and Molly was wide awake upstairs. Victory! Hey! I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Always good to see a familiar name. It's always fun when people come back. Of course I remember you. Of course I remember you. You had an interesting name, and I like the name Victory, so that's why I remember you. Yeah. Well, I gotta go. I got laundry downstairs. I am having a little bit of respiratory issues today. Our basement is so moist, there is actually like patches of mold growing on the floor. So I have a window open down there, hopefully for ventilation, because it was a lot of pressure on my chest. I remember you. I'm not sure you're asking if I what I remember. My memory is not the best in the world. But I gotta get laundry done. I did one load today because I was gone this morning. But tomorrow I'll get more loads done because I will be home all day. I went to my grandmother's house and she was had just finished cleaning up, just finished hanging out her laundry for the day. And I said to her, I said, "Oh, now you can come to my house and do my laundry." Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in the United States too. Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that. Guys, I get so many countries on here. I've had someone from Australia. I've had someone from Ireland. I've had a whole number from India. And I've had some people in the US. And I've also had one person that was from Saudi Arabia. So, guys, if I don't remember what country you're from, it's because I have so many people on this broadcast from all over the world that I'm not going to remember everything. Oh, you live in Spain. Well, now I've had someone from Spain. That's my first one from Spain. I don't like that you lied, but thank you for telling me that you lied. That shows great maturity and honesty in a person. Like I said, I gotta go. I got laundry, and I also do need to make supper for my husband. We're having steak tonight. He likes steak. I'm not that crazy about steak. Yes, Victory, I do forgive you. Um, but I'm very happy that you told me. Well, I gotta get going, guys. I will be on tomorrow at some point, and Friday we're gonna have a surprise recipe. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna be making. I think I'm just gonna surprise you guys. So wait. I can't wait. I gotta go. I got stuff to do. Alright, well, as I end every broadcast, I love you, God loves you, and remember, God made you special.